Jennifer, fantastic to have you back on. This interview is all about you to learn more about yourself. And first question is, who's Jennifer, and where are you based, and what do you do?
So I'm Venezuelan. I was born in Venezuela, but I was raised in Spain. I moved to Spain when I was like 15 years old. And now I live in the US. I've been here for about 12 years now in Miami, Florida. So yeah, I have a communications bachelor's degree from Tulane University. And I've been in the world of advertising and marketing since really the start of my career.
Fantastic. Why marketing? What got you into it?
Honestly, it's been an interesting ride. As I just mentioned, I started in the world of advertising and marketing agencies, small businesses, agencies, a lot of it with a focus in LATAM, managing very big clients. So the benefit of that was that I had the opportunity to really be exposed to the full circle, if you will, of services and offerings that an agency would provide. So that means, from the business development side of it, right, which had me, I'd say, involved in a lot of the sales cycles, to the full, strategy and planning of a campaign, to the actual execution, right? So what I liked about it most, it was really the opportunity to leave an impression in people and really make a difference in their lives, whatever it is that you were selling in the end, right? But it had an experience that it could create in them, and that for me was definitely the highlight of marketing.
That's fantastic. And where do you work now, and what's your role there?
I currently work in Vonage. I'm a senior partner marketing manager for the API side of the business. So we promote the CPaaS solution, if you will. I've been in Vonage for 3 years. And that really has been, since I joined Vonage, has been my start in tech. The whole experience I have in tech, still growing, huge opportunity. And I think the world of tech provides so many options and opportunity for growth. There's many different angles in which you can get involved, and the future is really infinite.
Well, marketing the API space, that sounds very, very exciting, and certainly see that this is fairly tech, I would say. I mean, it's as tech as they can probably get.
Right.
Very, very exciting. And why did you choose the organization? Like, what was it that attracted you the first place, and why did you want to work for them?
I thought, first of all, I'm based out of the US, and I always, as I mentioned earlier, I always targeted LATAM as it was my region of focus, if you will, with my Latin American background and all that. However, I always had the goal of getting to North America, right? For me, that was, I'm not going to say the end goal, because of course now I have a different one, but at least the initial goal for me, or the bigger jump, was to go to the North American market. So I saw Vonage as that opportunity, plus the tech side of it was also an added value that I really had not envisioned myself in tech, because funny enough, I was in the hardware side of it before coming to Vonage. But it happened, and it kind of like the plan just happened pretty much for me. And that was really the bigger like this, what made me decide, it gave me the opportunity to really be exposed to another market that I wasn't really, comfortable with, right? So it was a good challenge for me.
Love it. And obviously, it's been a long journey, as I can understand here. You obviously come from sort of advertising and marketing, hardware background, sort of to software, and so where do you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
That is a great question, and it's a very complicated one for me to answer, to be honest. And I think this is a question that, to anyone that you ask this, it always generates some sort of like confusion. It's like, well, it's very hard to plan, the future and decide. But I would say, I like to think of it on a more personal level, as if, what do I like, what do I enjoy, and how do I, how can I continue to work on that for the next 5 years. So I would say working in an organization that values culture and values that work-life balance, which is really where I'm at right now. That's, I'm very happy with the way Vonage treats their employees and really supports them and their growth. So, continuing to work in an organization that is that follows these values, and then also, being more present, in everything that I do. So in terms of, professional growth, I'm very ambitious. So I'm always aiming for that leadership role and growing as a leader. So it's really more growth within that I would say world of partners that I manage. So I'm in, as I mentioned, it's partner marketing. So it's continuing to grow within that B2B marketing world, in potentially other channels. But developing my leadership career, if you will, would be where I see myself following these cultural values and all that.
Sounds great. That's very exciting. I can't wait to follow your career for the next 5 years and beyond. Thank you, Jennifer, for today. And I really appreciate your time and to answer my questions.
Super. Thank you, Raj. Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Take
Bye.
care of yourself. A lovely day, all right?
Bye. You too.
Cheers. Bye.